In 2013, on the deck of the USS George H.W. Bush, an aircraft launched from a catapult at 165 miles per hour. It flew a combat patrol pattern. It refueled mid-air. It found the carrier again in the open ocean, and it landed on a moving ship in complete darkness. There was no pilot. There has never been a pilot. And the U.S. Navy, after proving it worked perfectly, quietly canceled the entire program. This is the full investigation into the X-47B. And by the end of this video, you will understand why the most important aircraft America ever built is the one they don't want you asking about. To understand why the X-47B mattered so much, you first need to understand the problem it was solving. Carrier aviation is the most dangerous peacetime occupation. In the U.S. military, landing a jet on a moving ship at night, in bad weather, at 150 miles per hour, with a landing zone the size of a tennis court, kills experienced pilots regularly. Between 1949 and 2000, the U.S. Navy lost over 12,000 aircraft and 8,500 personnel to carrier aviation accidents alone. Not combat, accidents. But the danger to pilots is only part of the problem. The second problem is reach. A carrier-based fighter jet has a combat radius of roughly 450 miles. To keep the carrier safe, admirals want to stay at least 1,000 miles from enemy anti-ship missiles. That gap, the distance between where the carrier can safely operate and where its aircraft can actually strike, is called the range problem. And it has kept U.S. naval strategists awake for decades. The X-47B was designed to solve both problems simultaneously. The X-47B is unlike any aircraft in this story. No tail, no vertical stabilizer, no horizontal stabilizer, no cockpit, no canopy, no ejection seat. It is a pure flying wing, a shape borrowed directly from the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. Wingspan, 62 feet. Length, 38 feet. Powered by a single Pratt and Whitney F-100 engine, the same engine family that powers the F-15 and F-16. It can carry 4,500 pounds of weapons in 2 internal weapons bays, keeping ordnance hidden from radar until the moment of release. Range, over 2,100 nautical miles on internal fuel, with aerial refueling unlimited. But here is the detail that changes everything. The X-47B does not just fly autonomously, it takes off autonomously. It navigates autonomously. It identifies targets autonomously. It refuels from another aircraft autonomously, and it lands on a carrier deck. One of the most technically demanding maneuvers in aviation. Completely autonomously. No human in the loop. No joystick. No remote pilot. The aircraft makes every decision itself. July 10th, 2013. The day everything changed. The X-47B lined up for approach to the USS George H.W. Bush, an operational Nimitz-class carrier in the Atlantic Ocean. The deck was moving, the wind was variable, the approach corridor was the same tennis court. That has killed thousands of experienced human pilots. The aircraft flew the approach at 160 miles per hour. It crossed the threshold. The tailhook caught the wire. The aircraft stopped. No pilot, No radio calls, no human input of any kind. For the first time in naval aviation history, a fully autonomous, combat-capable aircraft had landed on a moving carrier at sea. The engineers in the control station watched on monitors. They had not flown the aircraft. They had only watched it land. 2 months later, August 14th, 2013, the X-47 completed the first ever autonomous aerial refueling of a combat aircraft. It connected to a tanker's drogue without human assistance. At altitude, at speed, it worked. Every test, every time. And then the Navy announced it was ending the program. The official reason the X-47B was canceled was budget. The Navy said the program had achieved its objectives. Priorities had shifted. The X-47B demonstrator was done. The replacement was announced. The MQ-25 Stingray, a different drone, a fundamentally different mission, where the X-47B was a strike. Aircraft capable of penetrating defended airspace and hitting targets with precision munitions, the MQ-25 was redesigned as a tanker. Its primary purpose, refueling other, crewed aircraft. Think about that for a moment. The Navy demonstrated a combat-capable autonomous aircraft that could penetrate any air defense system on Earth, and then replaced it with a flying gas station. Aviation analysts immediately noted the downgrade. Multiple retired admirals gave interviews expressing concern. The Congressional Budget Office questioned the logic. The official response from the Navy? Silence. The real reason, according to defense analysts and leaked congressional testimony, was more complicated, and it had nothing to do with money. The X-47B threatened something that no weapon system had ever threatened before. Not enemy air defenses, not rival nations. It threatened the entire institutional structure of U.S. naval aviation. Consider, the U.S. Navy spends approximately $45 billion per year training and maintaining carrier aviators, pilot schools, simulators, flight pay, career progression, pension entitlements. One of the largest institutional investments in U.S. military history. An autonomous aircraft that outperforms human pilots on every metric that matters: range, endurance, stealth penetration. Survivability does not just change tactics. It makes the entire pilot pipeline redundant. There were also the legal questions that nobody wanted to answer publicly. If an autonomous aircraft makes a kill decision with no human authorizing the strike in real time, who is responsible when it kills the wrong people? Under the laws of armed conflict, a weapon that cannot distinguish a combatant from a civilian cannot be legally deployed. The X-47B was not canceled because it failed. It was canceled because it succeeded too completely. And the implications of that success were more than anyone was ready to address. While the U.S. was canceling its carrier drone program, China was accelerating one. In 2013, the same year the X-47B made its historic landing, China rolled out the GJ-11 Sharp Sword, a flying wing stealth drone with nearly identical geometry to the X-47B. Russia accelerated the S-70 Okhotnik, a heavy stealth combat drone with a 65-foot wingspan, designed specifically to fly alongside Su-57 fighters. Every major power watched the X-47B demonstration and immediately understood its implications. Then they watched the United States cancel the program, and they kept building. China's DF-21D anti-ship ballistic missile, the so-called carrier killer, can strike a moving carrier at ranges up to 1,500 kilometers. U.S. carriers currently need to operate inside that range to strike targets with their crewed aircraft. The gap the X-47B would have closed is now wider than it was in 2013. The MQ-25 Stingrays, the aircraft that replaced the X-47B, has been in development since 2016. It is a tanker. The irony is instructive. The X-47B demonstrated that autonomous aircraft could land on carriers, fly combat missions, and refuel in the air without human pilots. The Navy took the refueling capability, the least threatening part, and turned it into the entire program. They took the knife and kept only the sheath. Meanwhile, the classified successor to the X-47B, referred to in defense budget documents as NGA-D-N, has been the subject of growing speculation since 2021. Budget line items in the Navy's classified research accounts have grown significantly in the categories associated with autonomous strike development. The X-47B program may have been publicly canceled, but the knowledge it generated, every landing algorithm, every navigation system, every refueling protocol, did not disappear with the program name. It went somewhere. The question is, where? So, what is the honest verdict on the X-47B? The X-47B was the most consequential demonstration in naval aviation. Since the first jet landed on a carrier in 1945, it proved, not theoretically, not in simulation, but on an operational carrier in the Atlantic Ocean, that autonomous aircraft can perform every phase of carrier-based combat aviation without human assistance. It was canceled for reasons that had nothing to do with capability. Whether you believe those reasons were about institutional preservation, legal unreadiness, genuine ethical concern, or some classified successor program, that required the public X-47B to disappear. The result is the same. The United States demonstrated a generational leap in aviation and then stepped back from it. China, Russia, and at minimum 3 other nations watched that demonstration and did not step back. The X-47B is currently in storage, not classified, not operational, in a hangar. Whether that is the end of the story or just the end of the chapter the public is allowed to read is the question that has no official answer. The world the X-47B was built for is now arriving without it. Every major air force is developing autonomous combat aircraft. The U.S. Air Force has already acknowledged the CCA program, autonomous drones flying alongside crewed fighters, as expendable wingmen. The U.S. Navy is now asking whether its carriers, which cost $13 billion each and take a decade to build, can survive in a world of hypersonic anti-ship missiles and drone swarm attacks. The answer, increasingly, is only if they operate at ranges that crewed aircraft cannot cover. The X-47B was the solution. It is sitting in a hangar. The next war the United States Navy fights at sea will almost certainly involve autonomous carrier aircraft. The only question is whether those aircraft will have an American flag on them, or whether the flag will belong to whoever decided to keep building after 2013. The first robot to land on an aircraft carrier, proven, operational, canceled. I want to know what you actually believe happened here. Check the pinned comment below. 4 options. Pick the one that matches your reading of the evidence. If this investigation gave you something to think about, subscribe to Legacy Lens. Every video on this channel asks the same question. What is the truth behind the story you were told? I'll see you in the next one.